Hello. Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, January the 20th. Thank you for coming and joining me, even with my wonky hair. My hair, it's the curse of and blessing of curly hair. Sometimes it just gets a little crazy. Anyway, thanks for coming. If you're here, let us know you're here. Join the chat with us. We usually have a really good time talking. And I've been, I had been on this really weird crafting kick where I felt like everything I tried to do was a mess. So tonight I feel like I have a hold of everything. Of course, I thought I did on Tuesday. But, everything that could go awry went awry. We made a really cute card. We made this cute little card. You should check it out. It actually, it's got the little wobble piece that is underneath it here. And, but it turned out really darling. But the whole process was an absolute fiasco. But it turned out okay. It ended up okay in the end. So today I feel like today's not as complicated. And it should turn out okay in the end. So we should be good to go. I am going to, I'm going to run through the papers that we are using tonight instead of creating a background, which is what I did for that. I have opted to use this beautiful set called Hello Valentine, and I love it because it has post boxes in it, and it also has like mailboxes, and it has the stamps and letters and all kinds of beautiful things for Valentine's Day. So it's just gorgeous, and I love it. It's just beautiful. Some really beautiful elements to this paper set. So, yeah. Is that where I think that's where we started already. Anyway, yes. I love this set. Really pretty, and that's where our paper comes from today. So I wanted to make sure I went through that to show you that. The piece that I ended up using was the hearts. I was going to use these hearts, but I changed my mind and went with something a little bit different. Okay. There's coordinating cardstock that goes with this. I have chosen the red, and I have chosen the darker pink that's in this set. I love this. I just want to let you know, this is really cool. I like how they included this shiplap paper in this cardstock pack. So, something a little bit different, and I like that. Those are Echo Park papers coordinating together. Okay, so our focal point is this new set from Sunny Studio, and it's called Heart Bouquet, and super cute little set of heart balloons, which you could of course use at any time of the year. Do I need to move back and see if I've got chat? Hold on here. Just checking to see if anybody's here. That's all. I've got my chat box open. Anyway, so these hearts could be used for birthday. They could be used for anniversary. A really nice, versatile little set of balloons. Of course, Valentine's Day. And I love how it says, "You hold my heart." Let's see if you can see that. You hold my heart. It's so cute. Such a cute little set. And then there's just some extra little stamps in here where you can stamp some hearts and some little strings that come off the bottom of the balloon, and a bow. And the die set only cuts out the balloons, and it cuts out the bow. And I'm going to talk to you and show you just a little bit about that, about how when you stamp this, it's a whole set. So when you stamp it, it stamps the whole thing. However, it only cuts out the balloons, and I have, if you want to put it on dimension, I have a little, I'll show you when we get to it. Okay, we've used some foam. Okay, the other couple sets that we're using from Sunny Studios are Balloon Rides and Meow Furever. And Meow Furever is really the focal point. We're going to use this little kitty cat in the box. And I've done all my coloring ahead of time. Hi, Lindy. Hello, hello, hello. So all my coloring is done. And I will post, I'll do a run through on, just really quick on the colors. Here's a real quick gander at the colors that I've used. And I'll post the names and what sets they come from. Okay, so those are the colors that I've used. Aren't those pretty? I've decided to go with warm grays this time. And my sentiment comes from the Wavy banners from Lawn Fawn. Took me a while to get in. Well, hi. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I don't know how that got separated. My stuff has kind of went wonky on this. So we have used this banner, and I just, because it has a little bit of, just a little added bit to it that I just kind of really like, and I'll show you that. And then new to the store, but not new to Sunny Studios, I have used this Fishtail. These are the Fishtail 2 banners. And I have used, yeah, this one. And yeah, so I'll throw that back in there and get that. Actually, I should probably take this off and reuse it. And put this back in here, and that way all of them are still on the magnet. Okay, and of course I have used Versafine Clair for my sentiment, but I'm going to show you how I got my sentiment tonight. And I've got my measurements written down, and I have the sentiment. The sentiment is, you make my heart soar, and I've done something just a little bit different with it. Okay, now let's take a look at the elements here. So this, I have cut out the Fishtail banner, and I have cut out a little shadow for it from the Fishtail banner. And again, this piece right here, this pink is the dark pink from the Echo Park cardstock pack. And this bigger one, it measures 3 this way by 5 1/4. That's before I cut it. And I took my die, I shouldn't have put it away. I'll just use this top one here just as an illustration. I took my die and I brought it down to the edge of the paper as far as I could go, centered it really good, taped it down, and ran it through. That's how I got this Fishtail banner. And same thing for this one. I did that. This one is the smaller one. It measures 2 3/4 by 5 before I die cut it. Okay, so those are the 2 banner pieces. I just wanted to make sure that, and okay, yeah, I've got them there. Okay, so what I did on this sentiment, and I thought I grabbed an extra, where did it go? I thought I die cut an extra, and I know I did because it's cut out. Where did it go? Is it hiding from you guys? I always lose something live. Always. Let's see. Are you in here? Are you on? Always something. So, we're going to take a piece of cardstock, and we're going to die cut this die again for the 3rd time tonight. So, where's my, I've got some extra cardstock right here. I got something. I always care. I throw some extra. Yep, I do. Will that work? Is that long enough? Should be. It should be. It should be. Okay, we're going to die cut this out really quick. I had one. I tell you, every time, every live. I even taped these little stinkers down so that they wouldn't get lost. And that wasn't what I needed to worry about. It was the biggest piece. Of all the little pieces, it was the bigger piece. Okay. It's the gremlins. John and I have been saying we have gremlins. I did find my veil. Just to let you know, I lost the veil for that little penguin card, and I found it. It was in the drawer. I had a feeling it was, and it was. Okay, I am going to have to cut this down. So it'll fit. Okay. Let's try to get this show rolling. Hello. I don't know how to say your name. Devoisuk. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Hello. Welcome, welcome. All right. So we have this banner. Sometimes things pop up on my screen delayed. So if I don't get to saying hello, just at the time you show up on your end, it'll eventually show up on my end. So that is die cut. And I'm going to show you what I did here. All right. So you're going to need to mask part of your sentiment. And somehow I wish I had one of you here to say, don't forget to take it off. So I'm going to mask the soar. That's the part that I'm trying to mask. And on the other one, it seemed like it worked a little bit better for me to ink it up first. And I'm inking the whole thing so I can see where I'm at. So, and that's not typically what I normally do. I normally don't ink it and then tape it. I usually do the opposite. I wait and so now I actually can guarantee that I'm not going to get it, but I am taping it so that I don't get any spare ink on there from when I just wiped it off, just in case. Okay, so I am, just to let you get a closer look, I am masking that off. Before the live, I kind of took my sentiment and kind of twisted it. This is from the Balloon Ride set. And so twisting it kind of helps it get into the groove of this. So I'm going to show you here. This banner has some score lines. And I think it might be a little bit easier for me to take some kind of color. And I'm going to take some cardstock here and lay it down so that I have something contrasting other than the white on white. So I am stamping right here. You make my heart. And then I like that stamped better than the other one so far. I'm going to clean it. So I'm cleaning it off. And set this here. We're going to ink up the soar. And I'm just catching the edge of it here. No need to get the whole sentiment, but I might accidentally get some of that heart, but I didn't. So I am going to tape down some of it, where I'm just going to really wipe it off really good, because it is a little bit wet still from me wiping it. So I'm wiping it off with my hand so that it doesn't get on my sentiment. Okay, so you make my heart, and I'm going to leave a little space. So you can see here that I did this earlier. So I'm going to leave a little space, and I'm going to bring soar up just a little bit. Kind of at an angle. And give it enough pressure. I'm going to see, my eyes have been doing little weird things. So I'm going to kind of try to fill it in. And there we go. Okay. This is the Micron pen. All right. So now I have this little heart, and I am going to put it in between the two. But I'm thinking I might even stamp some red hearts on there as well. So let's do that. I'm going to put this heart right here, kind of like it's getting ready to soar. But I also feel like we could use a few little more hearts here. Oh, you see what I did, guys? I stamped too far over. I should have brought it over. I couldn't see my score line. I told you my eyes are really wonky today, and I didn't. So we're not going to use this sentiment. We're going to go ahead and use this one. So I'll tell you what, so you can see I stamped too far. You see that? I don't know why my eyes are acting like that today, but I just couldn't see it very well. So we'll just use this one. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so we're going to put it on sentiment. We're going to put it on the heart on dimension. So I'm just going to take some of this. These are foam strips. And these are teensy weensy tiny. So I'm just going to cut off a little and put that behind my heart. Give it a little dimension. I may have cut off too much, so I'm going to take it at an angle. So I'll get back to this heart and explain to you a little bit. Yeah, it's too much. When I used these scissors on Tuesday, I cut my tires off of my little penguin car. So I'm gonna, there we go. Hopefully I don't cut my heart. Stab my heart. All right. This is rated PG. We don't want to make it rated R. Stabbing and okay. There we go. So when you die cut this, there are folds, score lines that are built into the die. So that's where I know exactly where to bend. Okay. So I'm just going to stick this heart right there to kind of make it pop a little bit. I like that shadow that it gives it. And I am also going to glue, maybe, I'm going to glue just a little bit back here in this crease. I don't want it to go all the way down, but I do want it to kind of lay down, but only like right there in that little crease. I'm going to hold that until it's adhered. And then I'm going to do the same over here. Just right above that crease so that we can get it to lay down. Is it there? Did I give it enough glue? There we go. Just like that. Okay. So now you can actually lift it a little. And I'm going to just a little tad back here too. Holding it there. And now underneath here, there's a number of things that you can do with this. You can actually leave it like it was and put foam under it, and it just kind of pops out. There's just a number of ways that you can get some dimension with this, but I'm not going for that sort of dimension. I'm going more for that folded look. And I am going to kind of just kind of bend it a little when I set it down. I'm going to have it kind of with a little bit of lift on it, if that makes any sense. So that it gives it that, you'll see. All right, excuse me. Now I die cut my balloons from foam so that I could have that to put on the back. So we have some foam. And I don't know what the deal is tonight, folks. Oh, I have the wrong side. Got to flip it over. Just realize. Now it lines up. Okay, so that foam lines up perfectly with that die. Looks really nice on the card too. I also have my kitty cat. I keep getting stuff stuck to me. I have my kitty cat. It's been colored. And this little kitty cat, I decided I wanted to use the warm grays because this little kitty cat reminds me of our little Tora. Just those warm colors. Isn't that cute? So cute. And of course I had to use, I wanted the box to be pink because Tora's our little girl. And so yes. Okay. So I told you I would explain to you that this actually die cuts and separates this. So all I had to do was just trim it here and trim it here from the paper to get it to, so I just fussy cut each side and it turned out perfectly fine. So you're just making a V. It's a real simple little thing. This, I kind of finagled with it. I laid down some foam and I just kind of cut in, and then kind of trimmed it until I could get it to fit as best as I can. I did all of this by hand. So, just going to lay that in there on the back side, and we will, now one of the things I do want to tell you is that you don't want any interference in here because you want it to slide up into here kind of like a puzzle piece. Does that make sense? So you don't want any oh, thank you, Lindy. So you don't want any interference. You just kind of want it to slide in there like a puzzle piece. And that's why I'm making sure that my foam, and I have some stray foam that's hanging off the side and I don't want it there. Okay, I could slide it this way, but we're right at the edge and we could potentially be interfering with the puzzle piece sliding in there like it should. Okay, so I think we're good now. I think we're going to be able to butt right up in there as we lay it on the card. And yes, okay. My last piece here is the bow. And I am just going to lay the bow right here where that dark spot is on my strings. And I'm just going to put a good dot of glue in the center. And I am putting my bow right there. And I don't need anything else because that's going to hold it for me. I feel like it will. I'm just getting this centered now. There. Kind of moving it. There it is. Okay. Now all we have to do is put our cute kitty in a box. I know, so cute, so cute. So this is going to tuck kind of like right. Hold on, folks. I may have to peel that so we can tuck it. There we go. I'm going to peel this part off so that I can tuck it behind. So you don't want any dimension behind there because you want it to kind of slightly tuck under, if that makes, no, that's not where I needed it. Silly me. So what we could do is just kind of put it right there as if it's part of the box behind, like beside the kitty, and I think that works just fine, in my opinion. That's where it's going. Just right there. Right next to kitty cat. I don't know. Should it? Should we tuck it behind? I don't know. I feel like it. Yeah, we should tuck it behind. So where I'm going to, it's where this little dip is that I'm going to create a spot for it. I should have thought about that, but I think I'm okay now. Yep, perfect. It works. So I created a little spot for that. And I do like that better behind. Tucked in there. So I'm getting some glue in there. I've got, I'll pull that out. There we go. I'm gonna hold that there. Once I get it, woo. That's cute, just like that. I'm moving it around and finagling it. Once we get it down, it'll all get glued down. It'll be fine. All right. So I am going to center this on here. We have all of our elements and we are ready to assemble. I really like these fishtail banners. This is number 2, and I like them so much, I am now looking to add Fishtail 1 to the store. So that will be forthcoming. Okay. I just kind of want it to be somewhat even around the edges. This is just going to go straight onto the card front. And I'm going to bring that all the way to the top, making sure that it's centered on there. I'm just eyeing it. I do have a little space at the bottom. That doesn't bother me at all. You could do the math to see how much, I mean, maybe 1/8 of an inch more, so that it goes all the way to the, set that down, so that it goes all the way to the end of your page there. I feel like I've got that pretty good and centered. All right, so here we go. Where is my, there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the front of my card. And I know somewhere along the line, I will find my banner. This one's gonna get tossed because I stamped it wrong. Even with the background, I couldn't see. It's so weird. Some days are like that, folks. Some days are like that. Okay. And this. I don't know. Why is it crooked? There it goes. Sometimes when you think it's crooked, it's not. It's straight on. The chiffon commercial. Do you remember that? Oh my. So I'm going to go ahead and put this where I kind of want it to sit, and I kind of want it to sit there. Let's see if we've got enough room. We are probably going to bring that down. I don't want my balloons to go too far up. Let's bring this down. So there, I think that is exactly where I want the hearts to be. Cute kitty in a box. Makes me think about our cats love to play with boxes. They just get a kick out of boxes. And I feel like, you know, what's the point of toys? Even though they have them, they really like boxes. Okay, so little kitty. Kind of right there. And balloons go down. Yep, are they straight? Yep. So sentiment. Let's see. Silly. I know, I'm just being silly. So I'm only gluing it here and here, and I'm giving it enough glue so that it has some wiggle room, because I kind of want it to bend and fold, and I am going to kind of, so let's see how this goes. Just a little, not a lot, just a little. Yep, there we go. That's what I wanted. Just a little lift, nothing massive, just a little bounce. I guess that's the best way to describe it, is some bounce. Okay. Now all we need is our little kitty cat on here, and we are golden. So I chose the hearts because I kind of felt like I wanted this little kitty to lift off into a sky of hearts. So there it is. And fitting that in there into a little puzzle piece. There. And there. Oops, nope. We need to, there it is. Now the lines are lined up. And now my little kitty cat is there. And that's our card, folks. So cute. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Lindy. Let's see, the balloons. I only used 2 colors too. I used the crimson and ruby red. So I'll tell you what I did. It was so easy. I colored the whole balloon in this color, and then I took this red and I just kind of colored the bottom part, and then I took this lighter color, which is the crimson, and I just kind of, with a circular motion, pulled it up into the lighter part to kind of like bring out some of the dark as if it's fading into the light. So that's kind of what I did to get those colored. So there is our card today, folks. It turned out so cute. I love it. It's adorable. So there we have it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really appreciate you stopping by. And I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday. And then we have a weekend. So get out there, do something crafty. It's cold outside. Enjoy your crafts. Do something creative. All right, sit by a warm fireplace. Do some coloring. I love that. All right, take care. Have a great day.